Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about future Sci-Fi City. Before we jump into it though, if you could help support us by leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell, that would be awesome. Also make sure to share your ideas of what we should cover next in the comments down below. And if you want more content, check out our social media. Anyways, let's get right into it. Starting off with number 7, we have the city from the movie Oblivion. Oblivion is a pretty cool movie. It has Tom Cruise and Andrea Riseborough in it, and it takes place in a future where Earth has been devastated by alien invaders. The few humans that are left alive live in these giant domes while the aliens have taken over the rest of the planet. In the movie, there are a couple different cities that are shown, but the one that is probably most impressive is the city that is built inside of this one giant dome. If you look at the architecture, it looks like it's straight out of something like Star Wars or Star Trek. There are buildings that seem to float in midair and others that are connected by bridges that go around them. Overall, this would definitely be an amazing city to live in. Next up at number 6, we have the city from the game Mass Effect. If you've never played this game, then you are missing out. It's one of the best video games ever made, in my opinion. The main city in the game is called the Citadel. This is where all of the Milky Way's galactic species come together. It's run by the Citadel Council, which is made up of 3 members, the Salarian, the Turian, and the Asari. They keep things in order and make sure that the peace treaty between all of the species is honored. The Citadel is divided up into 4 main sections, each of which is named after one of the 3 races that govern it. There's also a large park in the center of the city where people can relax and enjoy the scenery. All in all, this is one futuristic city that would be a blast to visit. Moving on at number 5, we have the city from the movie Metropolis. Metropolis is a classic science fiction film that was released in 1927. It was one of the first films ever made to use sound, and it was also one of the first to feature a dystopian future. The movie is set in a time when the world is split into 2, the rich and the poor. The rich live in luxury high-rises in Metropolis, while the poor are forced to live underground. There is a main character in the movie who is trying to bring the 2 sides together, but he's having trouble doing so. This is because the leader of the poor, who is a very evil character, is doing everything he can to keep them separate. Eventually, though, they do come together, and it leads to a pretty epic battle. All in all, Metropolis is a great movie, and definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. Next up at number 4, we have the city from the game Deus Ex. The Deus Ex games are some of the best science fiction games ever made, in my opinion. They have amazing stories and gameplay. The main city in the Deus Ex games is called the Hub. It's located in the year 2027 and is one of the most densely populated places on Earth. Most of the city is underwater, but there are still plenty of skyscrapers above it. One of the coolest things about the hub is that it's completely connected by a monorail system. This makes getting around the city much easier. There are also plenty of parks and green spaces throughout the city, which makes it a nice place to live even though it is super crowded. Next up at number 3, we have the city from the movie Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a movie about a group of people who survive an apocalypse by living on a train that circles the globe. The train is divided up into different sections, each of which has a different purpose. There's a section for food production, a section for waste disposal, and even a section for entertainment. There's also a section that acts as the engine for the train, which keeps it moving forward. The movie is really interesting, and it makes you think about how humanity would adapt to such an extreme situation. Next up at number 2, we have the city from the game Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 was one of the most highly anticipated games ever made. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to the hype. That doesn't mean it's not a good game, though. It's still worth playing. The main city in the game is called Night City. It's a massive metropolis that's divided up into 3 main districts, each of which has a different vibe. There's a district for the rich and famous, a district for the working class, and a district for the underclass. There's also a lot of crime and violence in the city, but that just adds to the atmosphere. Overall, Night City is a really cool place to explore. There are a lot of secrets to find, and it's just a really immersive experience. Finally, at number 1, we have the city from the movie Blade Runner 2049. Blade Runner 2049 is a sequel to the original Blade Runner movie. It's set in a future where humans have been replaced by androids. Androids are basically robots that look and act just like humans. They're used for everything from manual labor to companionship. The story follows a Blade Runner who is tasked with hunting down a rogue android. Along the way, he discovers some shocking secrets about himself and the world he lives in. The movie is really thought-provoking, and it makes you question what it means to be human. The city in the movie is one of the most impressive things about it. It's a dystopian future, but it's also kind of beautiful. There are towering skyscrapers everywhere, and the streets are filled with flying cars. The movie does a great job of making you feel like you're actually in the future. Well, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.